fear-mongering, about the vote. Here's the video, and we'll get into it. We'll chop it up.
This one from Oprah. Take a listen.
If we don't show up tomorrow, it is entirely possible that we will not have the opportunity to ever cast a ballot again. And let me be very clear. If you do not make sure that the people in your life can get to the polls, that is a mistake. Deciding not to decide, that is most definitely a vote to let other people control your future.
Civil Rights Act of 1964, Voting Rights Act of 1965, been in place since 1965. That's spanning more than nearly 60 years, okay? And you're gonna look an audience in the face and you're going to tell them that if you vote for Donald Trump, you may not ever be able to cast a vote again. Who believed that? Who believed that coming from?
Stephen A., trust me. His people believed it, and they still believe it right now. Like, case in point, I'm gonna insert a couple of videos. But case in point, though.
Oprah.
I don't know. I'm profoundly disturbed. I think if you look at the New York Times this morning, the headline was America Makes a Perilous Choice. I think that in 2016, we didn't know what we would get from a Trump administration, but we know now. And we know now that he will have almost unfettered power. And so I worry, not about myself, actually. I don't worry about my station in life. I worry about the working class. I worry about my mother, a retired teacher. I worry about our elderly and their Social Security and their Medicare. I worry about my children's future, especially my daughter, who now has less rights than I have. And I remember my father telling me many, many years ago that I was the first person in his family to enjoy full civil rights. And now I have less civil rights than I had when he told me that.
I'll go first on this.
That is blasphemous. That is blasphemous. How dare you? How dare you say such a thing? That is insanity. You must be. I don't even know what to say to you right now. I don't even want to talk to you no more. I don't even want to talk to you. Stop it.
What's really supremacy one?
No, I think Sonny is unhinged. Just the pure lunacy of what that. It's hard to put in words. I'm trying to explain, Sonny. I try to stomach her a lot of times, but man, it's hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty hard. But she say some of the craziest stuff that don't make sense. You know, you will swear when she talked that we're back in the 60s. We don't have it as nearly bad as they had it back then. But you wouldn't know it listening to her talk.
Patriarchy won, sexism won, greed won, all of that won this past Tuesday. And we live in a nation calling itself the United States of America, espousing values of liberty and justice, and yet we have elected someone that is going to propel us into a Project 2025 world, a Project 2025 world that is going to dismantle public education, a Project 2025 world that while dismantling public education is going to feed private schools for rich people and their children, and so the have-gots get more and the have-nots get less, and they gonna try to make us pass the same standardized test. I'm simply saying, my sisters and brothers, we're moving into a Project 2025 world.
Let me say this. I don't know what he's talking about. Do you want your kids to get a better education or not? You see, they push this propaganda that is bad for the black people and good for the white people. That's not true. My kids go to a private school. Matter of fact, they had a choice. They can either go to public school or private school. We chose to put them in a private school. And you know what? Here's the thing: we didn't pay one single penny. It's all scholarship, donations. No, I'm talking about donations that the state offers. So we have a choice. Either we can send our kids to a public school, or we can send them to a charter school, or we can send them to a private school. And we happen to have ours in a private school. But why? Because we want the best for our kids. But they can still go to public school. We can still send them to public school if we want. But they would have you guys believe that that's just for rich people and their kids. Oh, oh. Well, at least here in the state of Florida, it's not. And they keep trying to tie Project 2025 to Donald Trump. Trump came out several times and said he's not part of Project 2025. In fact, he said he don't know what Project 2025 was when they first came out. He have his own agenda. It's called Agenda 47. I believe that's the name of it. That's what Trump have. But yet they're going to keep fear mongering and tie him to 2025 to make you guys think the worst. I don't know why they keep doing this. And I'm wondering, are these guys actually spiritual led? It's coming from all black ministers that's in the church, in the household of God. Let me finish the video.
World where the Civil Rights Bill of 64 is going to be destroyed, a world where they are going to have King Donald.
He just mentioned 1964, the Voting Rights Act. I think 65, 64. Anyway, Stephen A. Smith mentioned it earlier. Right, he was telling you about how those things are put in place. But yeah, this guy's telling you that they're gonna get rid of it. Where? He will have you believe they're going to come and take your vote away from you, that you won't be able to vote. Oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry. Oh, God, just like they did you, just like the Democrats did you guys with Kamala. They didn't give you a chance to vote for her. They just gave you her, said this is your candidate. They mean like that? They mean what the Democrat Party is practicing on the Democrat people, the liberals? But yet y'all blaming the other side. Think, brother, y'all not using y'all head. Stop going along with what everybody tell you. Like I tell my kids, my wife and I, we both tell our kids, don't let no one tell you nothing. Verify everything. They can tell you something, but research what they're saying. Back up their claim. Not back up, but research their claim. See do their claim have weight to what they're saying. And I promise you, if you guys do the same thing, I promise you, you'll realize you will see how you've been led down the wrong path, or how you've been led astray. Get back to it.
Reigning because of the Supreme Court saying he can reign without restraints. He can reign without any guardrails whatsoever. And his cult following is now so emboldened that they had the nerve to scare our young people this week, sending messages that targeted our young people, telling them to report to slave plantations.
And you believe that? You believe that? It was a joke. Somebody sent the text messages out. But see, you guys are so loyal to the Democrat Party. You guys are willing to believe that that's true, that that's going to happen. Who in their right mind believe that that's actually going to happen? With a straight face, you can actually say with a straight face that that's going to happen up under Trump. They're going to pick you up, throw you in the back of a van, and take you to a plantation. They will have you believe that. Let me back up a little bit. Let me hear that again. Let me make sure I wasn't hearing things.
Had the nerve to scare our young people this week, sending messages that targeted our young people, telling them to report to slave plantations.
I haven't been sleeping.
Talking about they racist. Oh, this happened because they racist. No, it happened because 20 million people decided to stay out of the process and complain about what was taking place. There are people in this room right now that didn't vote. Now you're scared. You should be. You should be. You can't not vote and then have an opinion. Amen, somebody. I read one post. This lady said, "I'm crying because I think I'm gonna wake up a slave."
You just got a letter. Wonder who it's from.
I need you to shut the hell up. Truly, who believed that? This is the kind of stuff that alienates an electorate, that alienates a vote or a voter. Because the freedom that you tell them they have, you try to confiscate morally by letting them know you ain't worth a damn unless you vote the way we say you should vote. Who's going to go for that in a general election with an economy rife with inflation, with over 12 million people coming crossing the borders, with people wondering about their dollars, the dollars that they earn, the dollars that they have in their pocket, the value of that dollar dissipating before our very eyes. But in the same breath, you're telling them that you got to take even more money out of their pocket to finance immigrants that come across the border illegally at the behest of the Democratic Party, looking to secure a voting block. This one from Oprah.
Yeah, I mean, Stephen A., you have an excellent point. But here's my question to you, Stephen A. If you know these things, why did you still give your vote to that party? I mean, it's a legitimate question. I mean, you're pointing out the flaws and what's the issue, why they didn't win and stuff like that. And I agree with what you're saying, but like I said, why did you vote for that? Take your tax dollars, they fund the migrants, the immigrants, or the illegals, however you want to say it. But I do appreciate you making the video, because even though you can make this video, it's not going to change anything, because the party's still going to do what the party do. The people who vote blue, no matter who, they still going to vote blue no matter what you tell them, no matter what you show them. It doesn't make a difference, because they're too busy preaching Orange Man bad or Trump is bad, whatever you want to call them. And our savior, the Democratic Party, is here to save you. The Democratic Party is going to rescue you from this tyrant. But yet you're saying it that you're going to rescue him. You're bad-mouthing the guy, but you're not coming with no ideas, no plans, nothing that's going to get us out of this slump that we're in. Because for years I say we, I'm talking about the black votes for a second. The black votes have voted Democrat over 90% of the time since the 60s. And why are we still in the worst living conditions? We're still worse off in the living condition than we were back in the 60s. Why is that? You go to our neighborhoods, you go to the predominant black neighborhoods, they all ran down. But yet you got mayors and city commissioners, city council members and all this stuff that's black, but yet the cities are ran down. In fact, I'm working on the video with Eric, what his name is? Vince Everett Ellison. I think I'm saying his name right. Let me make sure. Hold on. Yeah, Everett Ellison. He's a Christian conservative. You probably saw him on Fox and CNN, I think probably. But anyway, he was at this church speaking. But I'm gonna do a reaction to it. He opened my eyes to some stuff that I didn't know. I knew it, but you don't realize how it goes on in the local level. He kind of break it down how this stuff is going on inside in the local level, not the state, not the federal, but the local. The one who all vote really, when we voting, that really impact us is your local election. But I'm finna move over to Officer Tatum video. He did a video about Charlemagne. By Charlemagne. Here you go right here.
So let's go to Charlemagne the fraud and listen to him acknowledge the fact that they had been playing y'all, hoodwinking y'all, pimping y'all. Pimp on a blimp. They got these clowns out here beating their chest for the Democrat Party the whole time, and they've been lied to. Roll the clip.
I just don't understand the White House visit. Now, granted, I'm glad it's a peaceful transition of power, but what happened to the threat of democracy talk? What happened to the fascist talk? By the way, I know I've said those things about Trump as well, but I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about his political opponents like President Biden. When they say it, it holds way more weight than me. I'm just trying to figure out, how do you go from he's an existential threat to democracy to welcome back?
He was happy too. He was happy. He was smiling. He was grinning. He was cheesing. Say cheese. He was cheesing, bro.
I'm just trying to figure out how. I understand President Biden believes in political norms, but damn,
that man is happy as hell to leave. He don't care. He want to go.
Get up out of here. I was gonna say it's definitely giving, inside house. Thing. I don't know, like it's the family is fighting inside, but then the moment that somebody from the outside come in, it's like, hold on, wait. So it's giving united front on a global stage is all I'm seeing. And that's just my opinion, y'all. I ain't gonna get too much into that. But the White House
I'm gonna stop minding white people business. That's what I'm gonna stop doing.
So the White House says
that'd be a good idea, Charlemagne. No business. It's very consistently congruent to me that they just selling a dream. They selling y'all a dream and a nightmare at the same time, and they hook, line, and sinker, and they buying into it. I want them to admit that they were wrong, but they won't. Charlemagne then won't admit that they're wrong. You were saying the threat to democracy and doing all that. He was smiling. Joe Biden was smiling and happy. You don't need a peaceful transition for the world. The world don't care how y'all transition. They just want to know who's going to be the president. And in front of the world, you called him Hitler. And showing the world you didn't want to work with him, and he's the biggest threat to democracy and all this other stuff. January 6th, he tried to do a coup in the government. He's a rapist. Y'all said all these horrible things about Trump in front of the world. The reason why, ladies and gentlemen, they're changing their tune now, because the man has almost absolute power and authority in the government. He has presidential immunity. He has the House, the Senate. He's obviously the president, and they have the Supreme Court. And so you keep trashing him. They thought they were going to win. You trash him, Hunter Biden is going to go to prison. So you better start being nice to him. You better start shutting up, because when that Diddy list come out, and that Epstein list come out, and the communication between the campaign and these news outlets, the communication between the campaign and Twitter, X, Facebook, well, before it was, X, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, when you see the communications in the dirt that was done within the government that's going to get exposed by Donald Trump, people better be nice to him and better want peace and unity.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I totally agree with what he just said. But yeah, see, Charlemagne, he understands now. Well, now he understands that they've been played on. When I say they've been played, I'm talking about the whole, either you could say the blacks or you could say the Democrat Party as a whole. And here's why I say they've been played on. They've been calling Trump all his names: Hitler, fascist, misogynist, rapist, whatever. You name it, they called him. If it doesn't have anything to do with the Son of God, they called him. I'm a child of God, they called him. Right? Now, do you honestly believe that he's those things they called? Because you heard what Charlamagne just said. He's trying to understand why Biden welcomed him with open arms and shook his hand and told him welcome back. See, they've been playing on y'all intelligence. Yeah. See, they do it. They play on your intelligence to garner votes. That's all it is. Once they get the votes, then they got you. They don't have to tell the truth. It's nowhere stating that they have to tell you the truth. No. So what they're gonna do? They're gonna lie to you because they're trying to sell you on an idea. I'm trying to sell you me, but yet they're selling you a bunch of lies. It's kind of like when companies, when they're trying to outsell another company, what they're gonna do? They're gonna badmouth the one company, although they're selling the same product. They're gonna badmouth the other company, make you think it's bad, and make you think theirs is good. In reality, both are bad. Take for instance, Procter and Gamble. I think I'm saying the name right. When they badmouthed the lard, they told you cooking oil, like vegetable oil and stuff like that, was good for you to use and cook with. And they badmouthed the lard. You know how we used to use lard back in the day to fry food. Oh, but turns out lard is actually healthy for you because it's a healthy fat. And this oil is bad for you. Super bad. But they lied on lard to get people to stop buying it. It's like they lie on butter. They tell you butter's not good for you. Butter's another fat that you can that's good for you. But they won't tell you these things. This is why I say you have to do your research. Whatever they tell you, you do the opposite of whatever they tell you. That's what I do. Well, I research one. I'm not a scientist. I don't know, but everyone have a computer right at their fingertips. You can log in here and find it. You can log in. You can go search, find anything you want to find. They give you the history on it and everything you need to know about it. But we're too lazy. Instead of us doing that, we would rather take y'all word for it. But let me finish up this video right quick. Let Officer Tatum finish.
This one from Oprah. Take a listen.
If we don't show up tomorrow, it is entirely possible that we will not have the opportunity to ever cast a ballot again.
All right.
And let me be very clear.
Stop it. Played you already. All right, here it is right here.
Let me play another clip from Charlamagne getting his head whooped by yours truly. What's his name? Andrew Schultz. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name. I wanted to call him something else. Andrew Schultz. Yours truly, Andrew Schultz. They do a podcast together, which is shocking to me. But Andrew Schultz always reckons Charlamagne. And here's an example. Roll the clip.
I supported Kamala Harris, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day because the president of the United States of America, the 47th president, is Donald J. Trump. And I said this on Breakfast Club this morning, like, you got to accept it. Are you an American?
Al walking out. I was just leaving.
Are you an American or you not an American?
Damn right I'm an American.
Why would I wish for America to fail? Why would I want America to fail? I'm just asking a simple question.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm just asking a simple question. Like, I don't want America to fail. I have a life here. I have businesses here. I have a family here. Why would I want America to fail?
That's why we were wondering why you were supporting Kamala. No. That's why we didn't understand it. We're like, why is this guy throwing so much support her way?
Listen,
when I know that he's a patriot, when I know he's a great man, I know that he wants America to win.
Listen, everybody votes for their interests. I have interest in Kamala, but I'm not going to root against. Why would I root against the president?
That's what I'm talking. Thank you. Thank you.
I hope Trump doesn't do anything he said he's going to do.
Whoa.
I hope there's only 3 things I hope Trump does.
Talk to me.
Why do you keep bumping me?
Because it sounds like you.
No.
It sounds like your squad.
He says he wants
Let's put on my
to.
glasses.
He says he wants to lower taxes. Do your thing, bruh.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right?
He
MAGA,
said he said he wants to fix the economy, even though inflation is already down.
Yes, right.
Hey, do your thing.
MAGA.
Okay. If he wants to make things more secure, build the wall, border security.
Border it
do
up.
your thing.
Do your thing, Wody.
But you're gonna need the Democrats to help you do that, though.
Of course,
it's gonna
you
take
do.
bipartisan legislation.
It's gonna take bipartisan legislation. Oh, they got the Senate and the House. So.
Well, they don't have the House yet, but it's looking like
It's looking like they're gonna have it. So they really don't need the Democrats to do. So they about to fix America, and the Dems about to get no credit for it.
Well,
He shocked me. I thought he was gonna play along with Charlamagne, but he said it, man. He said it. I like Andrew Schultz, man. I like him a little more now. His stand-up was incredible. He did crazy good at the roast with
But yeah, well, see, get a piece out of my ear. Once again, Charlamagne saying all the right things. Kind of remind me of Stephen A. You're saying all the right things, but yet you still voted against your own interests. I do not understand that for the life of me. I mean, I kind of understand. Because I used to vote against my own interests all the time. I mean, I wasn't a big voter, but well, let me take that back. I voted against my interests one time. That was doing Barack. But I bought into the whole thing. Oh, the first black president. You know, he didn't turn around. He didn't do nothing for us, really. I mean, he did stuff for the country as a whole, but he was selling the idea as if, well, they were selling the idea as if black people finna get lifted up under him. But I had to realize something. Stop looking for a handout. I had to tell myself that. It's not about a handout. Get out and work. Work for what you want. Build your life. Don't expect nothing from nobody. Matter of fact, if you earn every dollar that you have, you'll be happier. You'll appreciate every dollar you have versus someone just giving it to you. But for some reason, in the black community, we have a real bad habit of voting against our own interests. But I woke up to the light. I saw the light. I'm no longer voting against my own interests. Matter of fact, like I said, I'm not Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I am literally a registered independent. I'm going to look at your policies, and I'm going to see which policy best benefit my life and my family life. What's the better for my community, I should say. If I don't leave you anything, I'm gonna leave you with this. Don't fear what they tell you. Fear the Lord. Because the Bible said that's the beginning of wisdom. So if you fear the Lord, if you fear Donald Trump from what they're telling you, and you don't fear the Lord, something's wrong. Fear God. Don't fear these politicians. Don't buy into the fear monger what they give you. Especially if you got God on your side. The Bible says, don't fear who can harm your spirit. Oh, I'm sorry, who can harm your body. But yet fear him who can harm your body and your soul. That's the Almighty. So don't buy into this foolishness, what they're selling y'all. Do your own research. I promise you, you do your own research, you have a peace of mind. Don't be like these people. I'm not gonna call. I almost call them fools. Don't be like these people flipping out because of Trump won. So what? He won. Get over it. When Biden won, I didn't vote for Biden. When he won, guess what? Oh well, life goes on. And what happened? Just what I thought was going to happen. He was going to tank the economy. He's a horrible person. He never had good ideas. He always ran off of the downside of black people. But yeah, he became popular with black people when Barack chose him. And the only reason Barack chose him is so he can get the old white votes. How they say. That's the only reason why Barack chose him. So, but anyways, you guys be blessed. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Comment down. Yeah. Put a comment. Feel free to leave a comment. And then about two or three of you guys gonna watch it anyway. I'm just starting this channel out. I'm trying to figure out how to get these, get the views. Jeez, get it out, brother. I'm trying to figure out how to get views and stuff. Now I don't know if I'm titling it wrong or certain settings I got to do on this YouTube thing, but I'm gonna figure it out, man. Until next time, you guys be blessed. See you on the next video. Peace.